comedy, mushroom, Cole, podcast. Holy moly, everybody. Oh, we almost just swore in the first 10 seconds or so. I know that we're trying to keep it under 5 minutes or whatever the fuck they say to do. But hey, we're just gonna do it. Fuck them. You know, the whole point of the internet was to be fun and free and fucking let your freak flag fly. The 3 F's. But no, now we can't even say fuck on the internet without it ruining the algorithm. Well, less people are gonna watch it if there's fucking... Shut up, stupid ass fucking idiots at YouTube or whatever the fuck. Bad mood. Bad mood isn't the way. I'm not in a bad mood. Can we all be honest with ourselves here? I feel like I can be honest with you at home or in your car or at work, wherever you decide. That, first of all, thank you for your continued support at Ray Roberts Comedy on everything. Send me money. Errantservices.com. AURANDT services spelled that way.com. See, he sent me money fucking months ago and hasn't sent more, and he's gonna get ads because that's called loyalty. But we can be honest with each other. We can fucking share the podcast. All those things that you're supposed to do to have a successful podcast, just insert them right here. I don't want to be doing this right now. You know, you ever just like not want to, and every time somebody will be like, you know, it's really just about showing up. And they've never had to fucking talk to handfuls of people on the internet. They don't know shit about anything. They don't know fuck about shit. Remember that one show what's her name? Julia Stiles? No, that's the one who dances with black guys in every movie. Like she like had that cornered. Like, good for her. I mean, nobody cares that, I mean, they did at the time. It was kind of a real thing. It's almost like that fucking, not to bring up Kanye West. I mean, we don't mean to support him in any way, but when the fucking man is right, he's right. There's something about, what is it? Like, the price will go down if you ever fuck a black guy, or do anal, or do a gangbang. And it's kind of crazy. It's all considered the same thing. Something like that, you know? Like at the time, it was real crazy that she was like she was always ending up with like a young, strapping black dude. And that's good. Like, we need that. I mean, she also ended up with, what's his face? The Joker, who killed himself. Fucking A Knight's Tale. Heath Ledger. Like, I love that. What range Heath Ledger had. The fact that Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger was such a good actor that he acted as a young, strapping black man in a movie so he could hook up with Julia Stiles. Like, what an incredible actor. And he didn't even need blackface to do it. Suck on that, Robert Downey Jr. and or fucking Justin Trudeau or any number of people who have done blackface. You don't have to do it. You just have to be a really good actor. And then you too can fill in a historically black man's role, and that is being the romantic interest of Julia Stiles. The Julia Stiles isn't even the actress I was trying to talk about. What a fun little rant about how Julia Stiles changed the world. It's always the first one through the wall that takes a beating. And Julia Stiles took a beating. She was really out there doing the damn thing. She did not give a fuck. Do you know what? Say what you will about Gen X. Was Julia Stiles Gen X, or was she a millennial? I don't know. God, here we go. You didn't expect it. I'm doing the sans notes. No notes if you don't speak Latin or whatever sans comes from. I learned it in orchestra. I assumed it was Latin. It could be some sort of French or some shit. because you're supposed, it doesn't matter. We're doing with no notes. I'm wildly unprepared for this podcast. I wasn't even going to do it until I guilted myself into doing it. And that's the important thing. It's just showing up. All right? Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Dwayne Wade said that in a commercial fucking forever ago. And I know it's like a popular saying, but like I'm going to just like fucking Matthew McConaughey's dad last week. We're giving credit where credit is due. Matthew McConaughey's dad came up with biceps get you laid, triceps get you paid. Dwayne Wade came up with fall down 7 times, get up 8. Fall down 6 times, get up 7, you know? They could have picked any number. Why did they pick 7 times, get up 8? Did he get hurt 7 times? I don't know. Dwayne Wade's the man. I understand that, like, the Heatles, we're bouncing around a lot this podcast. This is a good old-fashioned, like, Ray is in his bag. What's coming in is coming out, all right? So it's gonna be May. It's August. No, it's gonna, like, he fucking, I don't even remember what I was talking about at this point, for real, like, getting me bad today. I had a show at, Butch McGuire's last night, shout out V.A. Bennett, jokes on Division, him and only him, but shout out, for having me. It's a great venue. I love doing that show every time I do it. Had a great set. But like I work this new job from 7 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, and here's the thing about working 7 to 3:30 is you have to wake up at 5:30. And here's the thing about waking up at 5:30. 5:30, if you want to get 8 hours of recommended sleep, which sleep is very important to all of us as human beings, it's kind of like the most important aspect of a health regimen. Allegedly, they say. I've never really slept well, and like, I mean, you see the proof. I just fucking whatever, pounded my way down almost 100 pounds, but that sounds like I did it with sex. I definitely didn't lose 100 pounds with sex. I mean, I've gained a couple, you know what I mean, ladies. All right. Let's lock in. All right. Just because I'm not taking this seriously doesn't mean that it's not a waste of your time and that I should take your time more seriously. Here's the thing also. This might actually end up being the shortest episode we ever did. Because, like, fuck it, you know? It's just about keeping everything rolling. It's about staying consistent. If you stay consistent, they'll come and listen. You know? But no, I did the fucking show. And if you are trying to have good sleep, I would have to go to bed at 9:30. I'm a goddamn adult. Like, I can't go to bed at 9. Like, the sun's almost out still at 9:30. I mean, it's starting to go away sooner and sooner, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't 9:30. So like, half the time I'm like just laying in bed listening to podcasts until 11, but at least then I'm like resting, you know? Like a medium rare steak. You have to let it rest before you cut into it, so all the juices stay in there. This is now a Joe Rogan podcast. But like, the show didn't even start. Like, I didn't even get on stage until about like 9:30, 9:40. Sorry, I need to drink water. I've drank a bunch of water today, but for some reason I'm real thirsty. But yeah, I didn't even get on stage until like let's say I got off stage at 9:45, and then by the time I got home, it's like 10:30, and then by the time you actually like get settled in and get in bed, let's call it 11. So already you're at 6.5 hours of sleep once you get in bed at 11, and then it takes you a minute to fall asleep because, like, I don't know, the terrors of life. They come creeping in at nighttime, and you have to like deal with that. You have to like, hey, brain, let's calm down. We actually had a pretty productive day. We did enough. We're allowed to sleep now. We have to wake up tomorrow and do more stuff. We just have to do this every single day until we fucking die. Like, you just have to cool it, brain. Like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to sleep and, like, be productive the whole rest. It's only Monday. We can't start the week with shitty sleep. We have to. And sometimes that takes a half hour. Sometimes that takes 5 minutes. Sometimes that takes, like, 4 hours, you know? Luckily, I fell asleep. Like, I got a solid 5.5, 6 hours of sleep last night. Could have been worse. Like, yeah, I mean, what am I bitching about? We're not, like, some people have less than that. But I'm a little cranky, and I want to sleep. And I've got, like, 3 episodes of Game of Thrones left that I want to watch. And, like, it's fucking gorgeous outside. I wanted to go by the lake and read. But no, you have to be consistent to feed the algorithm. Because if you build it, they will come, you know? But I don't know. Long pregnant pause. No, it's fun. What are we doing here? We're about 10 minutes or so in on this. For real, this might be a 15-minute episode because there's only one other, like, I mean, we could talk about Donald Trump hiding from the Iranians. There was like this whole fucking thing where they thought they were going to kill him. And so he got snuck in, like, here's the only thing. It's that the deception was so deep that Air Force One only becomes Air Force One when the president is on Air Force One. So, like, the pilot, everybody thought the president was on Air Force One when he was in Turkey. If you haven't seen this, wow, that's actually related to our other story. Wow, the world, man. He was in Turkey E or Turkey A or however the fuck you're supposed to say Turkey, and doing some sort of something. And on his way back, there was like an Iranian plot to kill him, allegedly. And instead of like riding on Air Force One back to the US, or they were going to like Great Britain or some bullshit, he walked onto Air Force One, went to the back, and then snuck his way off of Air Force One through like a catering truck, and then they took him to a different fucking that it was like an army plane, and then they fucking put him back on there once they got to Great Britain, and then he walked out of Air Force One. And, like, it's only Air Force One if the president's on it, and the pilot called it Air Force One. Apparently, his aides thought he was on there as well. So, I mean, some of us, everybody's talking about how Donald Trump is a coward, which, like, we know that. Like, a lot of people have pointed out, like, when it's not a staged, a not staged assassination attempt, that's when he fucking, like, when it was a staged one, he was like, fight. Like, he was psyched about it, right? But when it's not staged, he's a big fucking baby and a coward. He even told the journalists that were on Air Force One, he's like, hey, if I go down, you're going down too. Like, trying to like make fun of it, and then ran away. So not only is our president a big baby bitch, which we've always known, but now, like, nobody knew where he was. Like, because there's like a transponder on the fucking plane. Like, what were they doing? You know? Like, were they like... It's almost like when fucking, what president was it? Eisenhower? When they had to put him under for like his, like he had like a tooth surgery or some sort of surgery, and it was actually like the meeting with the aliens or some shit. Like there's something going on with that. Like the president just doesn't disappear for a couple of hours. So, like, he maybe needed to make another sacrifice to Moloch. He maybe needed to eat a child or something, like some nefarious bullshit. But he's a big baby coward, and I don't like him, and neither should you. And the flock cameras are taking over the country. I mean, God, like, nobody could have seen that being a bad thing. In fucking Brookfield, Wisconsin, they pulled over somebody. I lived in Waukesha, which is right next to Brookfield, where the Milwaukee Improv is. It's the worst town in America, but, like, the Milwaukee Improv rules, fuck Brookfield. They pulled over a guy who was, like, tagged by like a flock camera as like a murder suspect. So they pull this car over with guns drawn and everything, and it was just like a random family that had nothing to do with anything. And of course nobody's gonna like face any sort of ramifications for it. They're just gonna be like, oh, glitches happen, you know? The other piece of news that's attached to Turkey A, fucking low-fat butterball turkey breast, Ennis Cantor, I think his name is Ennis Cantor Freedom now, allegedly. He became known. I mean, he was a basketball player in the NBA, but like he's from Turkey, and then got in trouble with like their government and was afraid to go back home. Like they were like threatening to kill him a few years ago. I forget exactly why. But he was like a hero to people for a minute, and like fighting against government. But now he like declared to be part of the WNBA draft. Because of all of the fucking trans athlete bullshit. And apparently in the rules, there's nothing saying that a man can't be in there as long as they identify as a woman. So he declared for the WNBA draft. And here's the other thing. He's 34, and I'm 0%. I'm nowhere near ever being able to go professional in any sort of sport ever. So like by any means, if somebody sees this and is like, yeah, you're only saying this because you're a bitch and you couldn't make the NBA ever, 0% chance of that ever happening. I got dunked on. I think it's a fucking Shane Gillis joke about how every white dude gets dunked on by a black kid at some point. It's like, well, there goes that dream. It is Shane Gillis. I better get real good at setting picks and getting rebounds. Like I got dunked on in an 8th grade church basketball league. So like the kids that were playing in this basketball league weren't even like able to make the fucking school team in Toledo, Ohio. Sneaky decent basketball city. But like these kids were playing 8th grade church basketball. So they're not even like the best players. And I got fucking yammed on in 8th grade basketball. I scored maybe 10 points in like 3 years of church league basketball. I know I'm never going to the NBA. I've known it my entire life. I knew I wasn't going to go pro in sports. But this guy's 34. He's still kind of in his prime for a basketball player. Like, I mean, why is he out of the league? Like, he's not a good NBA player. So, like, this just seems like somebody trying to, like, he's collecting the bag. Somebody paid him money to do this, and it's embarrassing. Like, not only is it, like, not because he's saying that he could go to the WNBA and blah, blah, blah. Like, one, it's a fake stance to take. What the fuck are you even doing? Like, nobody gives there's no issue that this needs to even be talked about this much, one. And two, like, shouldn't you be, like, getting ready for the NBA season? If you're, like, you couldn't even hack it in your league. What makes you think, like, I would love if he got into the WNBA and was just, like, a mid player. Like, I wish they would, like, I'm listening to Katie Nolan's podcast about it. She has just a great way, like, a great nuanced way of talking about it. And one of the listeners, like, wrote in, and it's like, yeah, they should let her show up because Ennis Cantor is claiming to identify as a female now or as a woman. So they should let her show up and then just let her get like watch and then not get picked. Like, just let her show up and have nobody pick her. But then like somebody would. Like I wouldn't go against like the fucking. It'd be real funny if the Indiana Fever did it and then like Sophie Cunningham had to play with Ennis Cantor on her team. Like, that'd be a very fun little wrench in the system there. Oh, I would enjoy that quite a bit. Because then, like, Caitlin Clark, Ennis Cantor, Freedom, and Sophie Cunningham. Just the big three. What a big three. I wonder how hard they would foul her. Sorry, Ennis. But no, those are really the stories that I really wanted to talk about. I'm glad that we showed up. I'm glad that we all did this. I don't know hey, they're not all going to be winners. This is longer than I thought it was going to be. I gave you an extra 4 minutes or so, especially for like, not like I'm proud of myself for even doing it. I don't care if you're proud of me. Since when do we care what the listeners of this podcast think, except for all the time? But no, thank you for letting me waste 20 minutes of your time. Thank you guys for always listening to this. I promise I'll have like a real episode. I had a busy week last week. Thirst Trap Comedy Show was on Saturday, so we were busy pushing for that. It was a good show. It was a good time. I'm sure I'll talk about it at length at some other point. Excuse me. Just really don't feel like doing it. So, you got a real good Julia Stiles run there. You got me calling Trump a bitch. We hit everything with me being less long-winded. But thanks for wasting 20 minutes with me. I love you. Bye.